Cloud. Okay. And then if everybody can mute, that would be great, or I'll mute you, whatever way you want to do it. Um, looks like everybody. Okay. All right. So we're gonna. Yesterday we started with the D pentatonic scale. So we're gonna do the same thing today, and we're gonna start with um, the D pentatonic scale with a metronome today. Okay. And so again, since we have people of different level, I'm gonna start really slow like this with the D pentatonic scale. It'll be like 2 beats per note, like. And I'll talk about it. But so we're gonna do that 2 beats per. It's pretty slow, but people who are more advanced, the things you're gonna work on are working on good tone, good intonation. Really, if you want to work on your vibrato, or if you want to work on different rhythms, like. Just mix it up. So, but I'm gonna just go slow just to help the people who are still working on getting this scale. Again, the notes of the scale are D, E, F sharp, A, B, and then we're gonna hit the D at the top again. So there's your 5 notes of the pentatonic scale. Okay. And again, just going really slow. You're really trying to get the notes on, and really, as you're doing them, you want to just relax into your playing. This is a relaxation time because it's practicing. We're going to relax and not be intense. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. D, E, F sharp, A, B, D, B, we're gonna go up a little bit, but as we go this slow, if it's slow for you, you want to be thinking, oh, okay, this is just one full step. This is one full step. Now I'm skipping a note. All these things should be kind of going through your head. You should be thinking about this stuff. So here we go. 2, 3, 4, D. Full step. Full step. Skipping to A. Full step. Skipping. Back down. Skipping. So as we're playing, you say, oh, I didn't have any half steps in that scale. There's no half steps that I have to deal with. So something you want to make sure you keep aware of. Okay, so here we go again, a little faster. 2, 3, 4. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna go fives, up fives one more time. This is 60, and then I'll go by tens. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was 60. You're going to 70. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. One 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. $140. 1, 2, 3, 4. $155. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. $170. Going up by 15s. 1, 2, 3, 4. $185. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 200. We'll stop here. 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah, good. So there's 200. All right. So, we might want to keep that, or you might want to keep that mark. And if you got to there, you know that you can go 200. Maybe you want to just keep pushing the speed a little bit as we go. But it's hard for me to tell where everybody's at. So, okay. So now we're going to go back and just work little parts of that scale so that we can really get it under our fingers, okay? So we're going to work, we're just going to repeat the first 3 notes again. Like that, okay? 3, go. Okay, so notice I started with single notes, and if that's what you can do, that's okay. But if you want to go for the double stops, it works really nice, and that's a nice way to practice double stops. And you're also getting your pentatonic scale. Now, of course, that's the easy part of the pentatonic scale. It's just the first 3 notes of the scale. So now we're going to do the next 3 notes of the pentatonic scale, which are E, F sharp, and A. Okay, so I'm going to start with single notes, but then I'm going to go to double stops again. 3, 4. I'm going to slow down a little bit because you can keep your second finger down. So when you go to the A string, if you want to. So then I'm barely moving my fingers, as you can see. So here we go again. 3, 4. Okay, again, if you want to just keep it straight, that's fine. If you want to change up the rhythms, that's good too. Okay, we're going to do the next 3 notes of the scale, which are F sharp, A, and B. Okay, start slow. I'll probably speed up a little bit as we go. 3, 4. Yeah, okay. All right, so then we're going to use A, B, and D. The old Angeline the Baker part of the pentatonic scale, okay? 3, go. Okay, so good. So we're just trying to take different parts of the scale and use different parts to get really comfortable around our fingers. And that these scales work nice for double stops, these pentatonic scales, so they're good places to practice those. All right, everybody take a sip of their tea or coffee. Take a little breath. We gotta breathe. Okay, so that was D. Okay, we're gonna go to G again. But I will say this for those of you who are still struggling getting D. You can actually do G down an octave, not exactly like we did yesterday. You could start G down here and go. Not down, yeah, down an octave from what we did yesterday. I mean, and so, but that's the same finger pattern as the D pentatonic scale. So let's just play G down here, starting on your G string, for those of you who want to do this today with us. So start with G. A, B, D, E, G. Look back down. E, D, B, A, G. So there's another. If you want to choose to do that pentatonic scale for G when we're practicing, you can do that if that will make it easier for you because it's the same finger pattern. But the one we did yesterday was an octave higher, and we started here on the 3rd finger G. Okay, so let's do that. So you can choose again to do whichever one you want to. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna do G, A, B, D, E, G, E, D, B, A, G. Okay, let's try that again. 3, 4, G, A, B, D, E, G, E, D, B, A, G. So I'm not going to put the G to the metronome because if you want to, you can go back and it's the same finger pattern. So, let's do this. Let's do the 3-note patterns with the G though, okay? Let me just say this again. I mentioned this yesterday, and somebody also mentioned it to me after they're seeing this. That the difference, the D pentatonic has the notes D, E, F sharp, A, and B. The G pentatonic has the notes G, A, B, D, and E. So they have 4 out of those 5 notes in common. A, B, D, and E are common to both the D pentatonic and the G pentatonic. Okay? And so that's good to know because when you want to improvise around this, those are really safe notes to use. But in general, you could actually, if you were in the key of G, you could use the G pentatonic through most of the song if you just paid attention to that one note you have to ignore or stay away from. But anyway, we'll talk more about that too as we get going with this in the future days here. But anyway, let's do the G 3 notes. So we're gonna go G, A, B, and let's try a different rhythm. We'll go. doing run, pony, run, pony, run, pony on each note, okay? 3, 4. You can also do double stops if you want with this. Okay, so and the first double stop is G and B. After that, it's open string. So here we go. No double stops for me, but 3, 4. Yeah, now notice when I was doing that little rhythm, I was accenting the accent. Okay, but we're gonna do the same pattern with the next 3 notes of the scale. So now we're gonna go A, B, D, which if you recall, we've practiced this already in the D scale, but we're gonna do, I'll start a little slower, but try to accent the second note. 3, 4. Okay, let's do the next set of 3. So this would be B, D, and E. And there's the old jambalaya, by the way. Goodbye, Joe, me gotta go, me, oh my, oh. Anyway, but here we go. So B, D, E, ready? I'm gonna start with straight notes, but you can try rhythms, and I'll do some in a bit once I get going. 3, 4. Okay, so what I was doing there too is I was adding a little hammer on. It's always nice to do a little, in fiddling, it's a pretty common thing to do is add a hammer onto that first finger from the open. Instead of going. So that's a nice thing to do in fiddling in any fiddle tune, just about almost any style. Okay, all right. So there we have those 2 pentatonic scales. We put a little work into those. We're going to go back and do the jambalaya thing to this. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so you can see these chords again, and here that is. Let me just explain what we're going to do. So when you see the G chord, and you can watch this if you want to, or after a while you'll be able to hopefully hear it, and that's the goal of part of this, is to hear these chord changes. When we see G, we're going to go, here, I'll play it.
1, 2.
Can you hear that okay?
3, 4.
And then we go to D. And G. To D. G. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. But if it's hard to get to that G with your third finger, you could go, here's a G. And then just move it up a string for D. Okay? Because we're changing chords, changing when the chords change, so we have to get our ear used to doing that. So I'm going to do the higher octave, but here we go. That's all we're doing. We're going to go through a few times, and I'm going to change the rhythms up too, and you can do that after a while too. So here we go.
1, 2,
3, and 4, and G. A third. Slide on the third. Or okay, so we're gonna I'm gonna run this again, but notice I was just changing up rhythms, and that's what you want to do when you practice. Just change things up, use less notes, use more notes, whatever you decide to do. You should try to change things in the middle because that's hard to do, but that's how you get the scale down better. You don't do the same thing all the time. Try to change it up. So now we're gonna go back to that concept of the G and the D pentatonics being very closely related. So when we're on the G pentatonic, we're gonna go. Let's see. Okay, so we're just going with a little quick hammer onto the B. That's what we're gonna play over the G, okay? And then the D, we're gonna go almost the same, right? Just the rhythm's a little different. Okay, so let's start that. Here we go on the G. That's what we're doing for the G. Ready?
1,
2,
3,
1, 2,
4.
ready, go. Probably do the same thing, exact same thing. I'm doing the same thing, yeah. Okay, so that little 3-note pattern works fine. I just was changing the rhythms and stuff, but that works fine over both chords, okay? Because it's the same notes that are in. Now we're going to add the E. So we're going to play B, D, E. So what we're going to do, just to make sure we're hearing the chords, is when we're on the G chord, we're going to go B, D, E. And that's jambalaya, by the way. That's the melody to jambalaya. So B, D, E, B, D, E. But when we go to the D chord, we're going to go A, B, D, A, B, D. Okay? So that's what we're going to do through the whole song. When we're on the G chord, we're doing B, D, E. And when we're on the D chord, we're doing A, B, D. Okay? Let's see if I can do it. But ready? Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here we go. Let me start at that again. I messed you guys up. I started actually when the song starts, but I don't want to do that. I just want to keep the lick. So I'm gonna start right on the beat. So here we go. 2, 3,
4.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna do a little demonstration here. So we're inching towards the improv where it's actually sounding like a pretty decent improv right now. So I'm gonna use those little passages that we just did. I'm gonna change them up just a little bit rhythmically, add some double stops, and show you how just using those things, rhythm, those few notes of the pentatonic scale, and double stops can make this sound like a pretty good solo. So just play through it once so you can hear it.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. So there's a solo for jambalaya on the limited amount of one octave arpeggios scales we've been doing. So that's there's the practice for today. Okay. So hope that all good. Well, I'll send you guys the video and if you have any questions, again, send me an email. I'm happy to answer any questions or if you have any suggestions, I'm happy to for those too. Okay. All right, I gotta stop recording. There we go. Stop recording.